Have you ever cared about someone so much that caring slowly turned into checking, worrying, overthinking, and basically losing your peace 24/7? Yeah. Today we're talking about something people rarely admit, but so many secretly experience when caring becomes obsession. Because there's a thin line between love and losing yourself. Let's break this down simply, honestly, and with enough humor to keep your brain emotionally stable. Ephesus 1. It starts innocently. You just genuinely care. You care because you're a good person. You care because you feel deeply. You care because connection matters to you. So of course you think about them. Of course you worry about them. Of course you want them to be okay. Nothing wrong with that. But then, slowly, things shift. You go from, hope they're doing okay, to, why haven't they texted, to, why are they online but not replying, to, who are they online with? Congratulations, your caring has officially upgraded into a full mental investigation. Ephesus 2. You start monitoring instead of caring. This is where obsession sneaks in quietly. You check their online status, their last seen, their Instagram story viewers, their posts, their likes, their mood, their tone, their silence, their breathing patterns if you're really gone. You don't call it stalking. You call it just making sure they're okay. But deep down, you know it's more than that. You're not observing, you're monitoring. And monitoring doesn't come from peace. It comes from fear. Ephesus 3. You start overgiving, hoping they'll never leave. When caring turns into obsession, you begin to give too much. You text first every time. You solve all their problems. You adjust your schedule for them. You prioritize them over yourself. You put their happiness above your own. And when you don't get the same energy back, you increase your effort even more. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. You keep pouring until you're empty. You don't notice it at first, but slowly, you're losing yourself in the process. Ephesus 4. You attach your happiness to their actions. This is where obsession becomes dangerous. Your day depends on them. If they're sweet, you're happy. If they're distant, you panic. If they reply fast, you're excited. If they take long, you feel unloved. If they don't text at night, you can't sleep. Your emotions stop belonging to you. They belong to someone else. And that's the biggest sign that caring has crossed into obsession. Ephesus 5. You create scenarios in your head and believe them. This one is painfully relatable. They don't reply for an hour? Your mind. They're losing interest, they found someone else, they're tired of me, they don't care, they're over it. Maybe I said something wrong. Reality? They're literally eating a sandwich. But obsession doesn't let your brain rest. You replay conversations, analyze emojis like they're encrypted documents. You're not just caring, you're drowning in thoughts. Ephesus 6. You start controlling things out of fear of losing them. Not in a toxic way, but in a let me do everything perfectly so they never get upset way. You start overthinking your words, avoiding disagreements, hiding your real feelings, trying to be the perfect partner, walking on emotional eggshells. You don't express your needs. You don't ask for clarity. You don't set boundaries. Because obsession whispers, if you speak up, they might leave. So you shrink yourself to keep them. But the more you shrink, the more lonely you feel. Ephesus 7. You're caring becomes self-sacrifice. You start losing sleep, peace, confidence, focus, emotional stability, your sense of self. You stop choosing yourself. You stop putting yourself first. You stop listening to your needs. You start living for their approval. And that's when caring becomes self-destructive. Obsession isn't about loving them too much. It's about loving yourself too little. Ephesus 8. They become your emotional center, and everything else fades. This is the biggest sign of obsession. Your world becomes small, and they become the center. Your thoughts revolve around them. Your mood revolves around them. Your decisions revolve around them. You forget your hobbies, your passions, your goals, your friendships, your individuality. You stop living your life. You start living theirs. And that's when the love stops being healthy. So, when does caring become obsession? It happens when you stop choosing yourself, your happiness depends on them, your fear of losing them controls you, you lose emotional independence, you give more than you receive, you forget who you are outside of them, you become your entire emotional world. Caring is beautiful, but obsession is a prison built out of fear. One makes you grow, the other makes you disappear. The truth, nobody tells you. You become obsessed, not because you love too hard, but because you once loved someone who didn't love you back the way you needed. You're afraid of losing love again. You're afraid of being hurt again. You're afraid of being abandoned again. Your obsession is just your pain trying to protect you. But here's the good news. You can care deeply without losing yourself deeply. You can love someone without collapsing your world around them. You can give affection without giving away your identity. Love doesn't require obsession. It requires balance. And the moment you choose yourself again, your caring becomes healthy again. Thanks for watching, and if any part of this hit home, don't worry. You're not alone, and you're not broken. You're just human with a heart that feels a little too deeply. See you in the next one.